Good morning, Fred. Great. Good morning, Ava. Good girl. Good girl. Good morning. So one of the things that should be very obvious, I know it is to me, is the small localized focal point of the sun and the hot spot on the horizon. We should see the sun any moment now. Good morning. These are the numbers for today, right now. And I did a moon set earlier tonight that I'll be posting later. We get about 20 million guests a year in the Grand Strand of Myrtle Beach now. Pretty amazing. People come from all over. Finding their little treasures to take with them. One of the reasons why I zoom in and out quite a bit, I have some people wonder why I do that. Isn't once enough? I want to show the lighting and how it all changes. It's not just showing you a close-up view of the sun. I can see a ship, a little boat, fishing boat, bouncing right there. I could see the waves coming up. So the tide is going to be coming in and up for nearly a half an hour after the sun appears here. And depending on the amount of atmospheric moisture, humidity, that changes when we can actually see the sun, how early. Met a gentleman visiting from Japan right now. I'll zoom in on him as he's getting suited up right there. And my friend Luke. It's very interesting, the people I meet from all over the world here. And there's Sabine going out there for some surfing. I have her and a friend surfing in 37-degree air and whatever temp the water was in January. It does get cold here. So the sun moves across the water like a laser beam, and we'll see the interruptions on the reflection on the beach. That's why I'm here at this location. See how the wave broke that up? So the wind and the water move above the, move all around the earth. That is stationary, fixed, and level. There would be no level anywhere on a spinning water ball. That the globe exists in the imagination, the classrooms, and the brainwashing program that is inundating humanity with a false reality. It's a grand deception. It's a grand illusion. So I'm exposing it. There are certain aspects of perspective. The sun appearing here correspondingly would be the sun setting or vanishing from a perspective somewhere out in the ocean. There is no curvature of 8 inches per mile squared anywhere except in the imagination. That would be the spherical trigonometry to prove or disprove the globe. I expose the global deception every day around the clock with a digital me and the work that I've compiled, and that's including what I've captured and shared and from talented friends around the world that also expose this grand illusion. There you go. Now keep in mind with parallax, that'll be I believe that would be the terminology. I called myself parallax for a while, like Samuel Rowbotham. Imagine if Samuel had a P1000, would he have whipped that bad boy out? Oh yeah, how about that? Wow, wasn't that a beautiful shadow reflection there? Oh, I'm sure he would have. I'll use the iPhone 11 Pro Max now too. That works great in the low light settings. I should have probably left it zoomed out. We would have seen the silhouette of the boat on the beach, I believe, right there. According to the official sun worshippers, the heliocentric deception that's being perpetrated on humanity, we would be supposedly spinning 1,038 miles an hour towards that sun right there. Well, the movement of the earth has never been proven, cannot be detected. If you believe that you found proof of that, go ahead and let me know where you found it. Be happy to check it out. I looked for it, couldn't find it. So I thought I was born again in 1982 until I actually was in 2014. This is my 5-year anniversary of that. Being set free from a life of addiction. I'm so grateful. Good morning. Oh yeah, I'm getting it right now.
Videoing it?
Uh-huh. Here's a couple of stickers. You might find my channel interesting. What's your name?
James.
Hey James, nice to meet you. Where are you from? Nice. Local now. Yeah, Wisconsin originally, California before that. Man, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I love it.
How long are you here for, James?
We're gonna wait for our
Oh, we hadn't met before, had we? Alrighty. Well, I'm glad. Do you do Facebook too?
No.
Does your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got thousands of photos there you might enjoy on my, that you'll be able to see. I think you have to have either a Facebook account or access to one. Sure. Nice to meet you, James.
Yeah, I do it for wildlife.
Do you have a page? No, you don't have a Facebook page, do you?
Everybody in my family tells me to get one. do it for wildlife pictures. I mean,
well, it's easy enough to do, James, and I'm sure there's a young in there in your house. Maybe your wife will even help you out with that, huh? If you have,
tell them if you'd help me. I need to get some of them out.
so what I do, James, is I like a lot of photographers' pages.
Yeah.
So if you have one, send me the link to it, and I'll go ahead and invite my thousands of friends and followers to like it as well.
Most of my pictures of animals, birds, and deer, and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, wildlife photography, videography is awesome.
Yeah, you don't realize how hard it is.
Oh, it's a challenge.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Animals don't pose. They do, but they don't know they're doing it.
Like this little puppy here. That's maybe a full grown right there. Who knows?
Yeah,
They know.
I know.
Being a little camera shy there.
Yeah.
There's more than one way to walk a dog, huh?
Yeah. Robert
Porsche.
Porsche.
Yep.
I'll definitely look you up.
Thanks. I've got some moon videos and photos as well. Sun, moon. It's just beautiful.
Oh, I love photography. I love it so much. In fact, I could leak now over the lens while I'm sitting down here. I ordered that camera 100, 400. Camera just come out with.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So this is the Nikon P1000. It'll zoom in 125 times. So I can see moon craters. If we actually went to the moon and left a flag up there, I'd see it with this.
Yeah.
We didn't land on the moon. I've got documentaries that back up that statement that I just made.
I got
Yeah.
a 600 I use a lot for wildlife.
Yeah.
I've got craters with this.
I'd love to see the...
Last night, the night before and last night,
Yeah.
my nephew went because he's into this video stuff and the space lab was sitting right up there.
So I'm a geocentric biblical creationist. I believe God created this world, and there's
I do too.
a firmament up there, and I've got a YouTube Truth playlist, which is the audio Bible merged with the beauty of creation. You might enjoy that.
Oh,
James, right?
Yeah, I love God, brother. I do.
Me too. So please pass this information, my information, on to your, is it your son or son-in-law?
That's my nephew.
Your nephew. And if you have any information you want to send me, send it to robertforsch@gmail.com. That would be my email address too.
I will.
All right, James. Nice to meet you.
You have a good day.
Thanks, you too. There he goes. It looks like we have a fishing contest this morning out here. And that is the Myrtle Beach skyline there. About 25 miles away. So higher is drier and lower is wetter all over the face of the stationary and level Earth. That's just the reality of the world that we live in. The truth isn't based on popular opinion. It's not popular and it's not an opinion. It's just the reality of the world we live in. You can see how the water moved around this spot right here. That works for me right now. It's in the 50s, so it's a bit cooler. And I mean, I wouldn't mind getting wet if I needed to, but I don't need to right now. The fish have been biting here, so we've got a lot of fishermen lined up. Fishermen, women, children. So I was talking to the young man from Japan. Apparently we've got surf that's up there. Like, I heard reports of a typhoon that was causing 65-foot waves. Looks like you might get this one here. I believe his name is Yoshi. Sabine got it. There he goes. The walking through the shadow or the sun beam is pretty amazing. The shadows that come off of that. Shadows and reflections. One of the other things that I did too is I got the new iPhone watch. Pretty amazing. It's not just a watch, it's so much more. I'm only scratching the surface on realizing the features that it has. But I should be able to, when I get better at working it, I'll be able to use it as a remote, I believe, recording device. So I'll be able to record audio on my wrist, putting it on the video I'm recording that I activate remotely. So that's all part of the reason why I got it. It's not just a remote, it's a digital computer that I can talk on using my phone as the link. Those of you who've had an iWatch or an iPhone or an Apple Watch know more of it, more of the capabilities. So I can see the boat approaching. Oh wow! So there's the hot spot in the clouds there from the sun. that would look a lot different if it were 93 million miles away and 1.5 million Earth sizes. A lot of my friends are completely aware of that. For some, this may be a new exploration into the actual creation that we live in. It's pretty exciting. My videography and photography has a high emphasis of realism, reality. It's a reality show and you're in it. Whether you like it or not, it's a theater of battle, a battle between God's family who created everything and then Satan the usurper, and the two families involving angels, the elect angels and fallen angels, God's children and Satan's children. Some of Satan's children, well, I should say some individuals may be involved in really evil activity and then rescued from that lifestyle, rescued from the jaws of what would otherwise be certain death for eternity. We're all eternal beings having a temporary human experience. At some point in the human experience, the child of God will be born again. That's for sure, and that's forever. 7 people per second no longer have the human experience. That's over 100 million per year. So these people come from all over the world to enjoy the beauty and majesty of creation. Couples, singles, puppies, those that rescue them. We've got rescue dogs and the owners that love them and give them a new life. Now the wind switched and is coming in off the ocean. It's closing the waves out sooner. Now, Luke and his wife and some friends of his that are out here surfing sometimes work with the Christopher Reeves Foundation, helping mobility impaired surfers, some that are quadriplegics and paraplegics. They help them to enjoy surfing out here. It's wonderful. I've got some of it recorded on my channel. Adaptive surfing, I believe, is one of the terms. So on the top of the view right now, I'll drop that down and there's really no curvature visible there. What we do have is tidal activity that is coming in though. The moisture in the air is one of the reasons we can't see Europe from here. Humidity. Do you know how much a gallon of water weighs? That depends on temperature. That variant drives the hydrologic or water cycle of the world. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation in all its forms. Nice. That's Luke. All the way from Japan. The light beam moving across the surface of the water, like I say, is much like a laser beam, indicating contour. The width of the reflection changes. There we go. Beautiful. How about that? So if you should like YouTube Truth stickers, you could send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 169 Cloverleaf Drive, Longs, South Carolina, 29568. Care to. You could call me anytime. 1-843-504-1776. My email is a Gmail, robertforsch@gmail.com. I'm exposing the threat, the existential threat of artificial intelligence. Massively deceptive. God's word says to everybody forever in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. All of God's children will absolutely be born again. That's for sure, and that's forever. God is sovereign, meaning He's in charge of everything. He either causes it to happen or allows it. So, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Reach out anytime you like. Thank you so much.